things. So we are also developing our own systems, all own controlling systems. Let's hope so.
Okay, sir. Sir, one last question, if you don't mind. Sir,
Yeah, continue.
sir, how can a person like me who is working in EC can, route myself into a career of GHG or carbon emissions, climate change?
I think we already said, if you want to be part of as a volunteer person, you can start as soon as you putting your efforts, and we are benefited a lot. It would be helpful financially as well to you, but yet till you are in a learning stage, you are a learner, you are a student.
Okay, sir.
So we are open to educate you as per your capacity. You have a certain strong areas, but certain weak areas where you want to be strong. So as a organization, as a skilled fellows, we can support to anyone who want to be.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks Anshu for a nice presentation and a command into the sustainability.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Kevna, over to you.
Yeah. Thank you, Anshu sir. Yeah. Next, we have Mr. Amit sir. So, a brief introduction about him, that he's an EHS has prolific experience of 14 years in manufacturing and SAP EHSM implementation too. So during his 14 plus years of professional career of his tenure, he was associated with the Elstorm, GE Transportation, basically a web tech company, Vedanta India Limited, Reliance Industries Limited, and the Kansai Nerolic Paints as an EHS expert. He is well versed with each pillars with environment, health, safety, and firefighting. Will excellently grip in a technical domain too. He's also good with IFC performance standards, develop and implement a unique comprehensive sustainability framework, take caring of EHS and sustainability at the grassroots level too. He has very vast experience and expertise in EHS compliance, operational aspects of safety and health and management in manufacturing industries, industrial waste management, and he has been invited many industry to deliver high impact trainings on a various EHS topics. So let's have again one good session and a discussion on EHS on sustainability and ESG governance. Warm welcome, Amit sir, from our end. Handovering session to you.
Thank you, Kivna, and thank you, Prancer, for giving me this opportunity to chat with you all. Right. So I'll just go with the topic of the presentation. So my topic is sustainability and ESG governance. So first I'll like to start with the basics, and then we will go with the what are the industrial practices in this domain right now. So I'm just sharing my presentation. Hello, yeah, my screen is visible.
Not yet, sir.
Not yet. 1 minute. Right now, is it?
Yes, it's
Yeah. So sustainability and ESG governance, right? Yeah. So team, I want this interaction to be more, more, interactive, right? So I have few photographs on the screen, right? So are you able to see these photographs? Again, can you able to correlate with these photographs?
Amit, just resize the screen. I think it is not coming 100%
Okay,
in a ratio. Just reduce a bit.
so 1 minute.
I think it is a PDF file. No?
So now,
Yeah, it is coming. And just put
yeah,
it on the presentation mode, second
yeah,
last.
it's there in presentation mode.
No, it is not presentation mode.
Uh,
Just no, it is not coming as a presentation mode. Just click on the second last before to the presentation mode. There is a one logo in the bottom, second last. No, either left side, left side. There is a two book. There is a book. Is book logo is there, na? In the bottom left.
so 1 minute. Give me a minute. So now visible. Okay, thanks.
अब
Thanks.
ठीक है.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
Just
So team,
remove this hide. Just remove this hide and just
sure,
stop
sure.
sharing.
Okay. So team, this is the topic of sustainability in ESG governance. So I will take you to the brief of the concept and what all the industries are doing and how it is been done. So team, just to be interactive, there are some photographs, right, which I have seen, which I have, which maybe you were familiar about. So can we have a few discussions on these photographs? Like the first photograph is of Enron stocks. So do you know about this company? Anyone has an idea? Or let's say a Blinda Polluters or Vedanta or a Dow Chemicals or a Coke. Anyone has an idea कि ये कहाँ का इंस्टेंस है जिसमें जहाँ पे ये कैप्चर हुआ है?
I think for
Yes, no?
Dow Chemicals.
Yeah, Dow Chemicals. So so basically a Dow Chemicals. So basically आपने तो सुना होगा this was there is a Bhopal gas tragedy, right?
I think multiple है. Dow भी है, वेदांता भी है,
Correct.
BP भी है, और भी मुझे लग रहा है कुछ और भी होंगे.
Enron से है,
एमरॉन भी है, सभी है.
could be है. So right. So, team, if you know about this, these are all the sustainability issues, right? Now, these companies are somewhere making the headlines just because they were, they have been issuing a lot of penalties from the government, or their businesses comes in danger, or their factories are being shut down just because of some sustainability issues, right? For example, I start with Enron stocks. So Enron जो था it is a power manufacturing company. It's a very huge company. It's a Europe-based company. और एक दिन के अंदर इसके कंपनी के पूरा जो स्टॉक की जो शेयर होता है वो दो जो उसके स्टॉक की वैल्यूज थी वो 2 दिन के अंदर नेट जीरो हो गई थी एंड कंपनी अंदर बैंकरप्टेड. ओके. If you look at BP, that is the BP company, that is British Petroleum. एंड आपको याद होगा कि 2010 में बीपी का एक ऑयल स्पिल हुआ था गल्फ ऑफ मेक्सिको में. एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट दिस इज वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट ऑयल स्पिल दैट एवर टेक्स द इंडियन हिस्ट्री. तो इस ऑयल स्पिल के अंदर इफ यू लुक एट दिस बीपी का एग्जिस्टेंट डेंजर में आ गया था बिकॉज दे हैव पेड बिलियंस ऑफ डॉलर्स इन पेनल्टीज. बिलियंस ऑफ डॉलर इन पेनल्टी। इनफैक्ट आज भी बीपी अगर कोई ऑयल स्पिल के लिए बिड करता है तो उससे 2010 में जो ऑयल स्पिल से उसके बारे में उससे पूछा जाता है, और व्हाट आर द कंट्रोल मेजर्स दैट दे आर प्रोवाइडिंग एंड दे आर डूइंग, right? So the company was in all in this highlight. This is the big multinational, and at that time, this company's reputation comes into danger. If you come to know about Vedanta, तो वेदांता का तमिलनाडु में एक प्लांट था, कॉपर स्मेल्टर, और वहाँ पे कुछ सस्टेनेबिलिटी के इश्यूज हुए थे। फॉर एग्जांपल, द पर्सन्स और द लोकल कम्युनिटीज विच वर there at Vedanta, they were not happy with this company, and they have various issues like pollution, and there are a lot of political issues also. So the Vedanta's factory, which is producing 30% of the India's copper, have been shut down, and now it is again restarting after a couple of years back, or almost 3 to 4 years back. So a company which is producing 30% of India's copper has been shut down just because of the social or just because of community issues. Okay. Now, fourth photograph is of, let's say, Dow Chemicals. Now, आपने सुना होगा पहले भोपाल गैस ट्रेजेडी हुई थी। सो भोपाल गैस ट्रेजेडी में, इफ यू लुक एट दिस वन, वहाँ पे उस वक्त द रेगुलेशंस ऑफ इंडिया इज वेरी नॉट अप टू द मार्क, और इस इंसिडेंट के बाद फिर काफी सारे रेगुलेशंस बने इंडिया के अंदर, एनवायरमेंटल प्रोटेक्शन के ऊपर काफी चीजें बनी। तो ये एक बेस इंसिडेंट था। So basically, the company was Union Carbide. Now the company has changed its name and has come, it is operating in India, name of Dow Chemicals, right? So again, the Coke has a lot of serial litigations that they were using more groundwater pollutions. They are consuming a lot of water into their operations, and the water table is going down nearby. And they were in highlight for all those, for all those, you can say, right, all the wrong reasons. Okay. So if you look at these industries, they are somewhere somehow they are associated with sustainability issues, and because of this, the company's existence comes into danger, or they have earned a negative media coverage. Their stakeholders' value has been compromised. So this is how important the topic is. If the sustainability issues are not managed in the organization well, if they're not managed in the organization well, in that case, the company will the existence of company comes into danger. Even the company can close down. For example, Vedanta plant has been closed down for more than 5 years. Billions of penalty has been paid by the BPs, by British Petroleum. Enron just went bankrupt in 2 days. Okay, so that's what I want to tell, that this is how important the sustainability issues are. Any questions? Anything? Hello? Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, you are audible, but students are bit silent.
So किसी को कोई क्वेश्चन है, इसके अंदर कोई डाउट है?
Sir, I
No,
have
sir.
a question.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sir,
tell me.
Yeah.
all these companies certainly must have taken the proper clearances and all. And in
Yes.
case if they have violated also, they must have availed the violation criteria and must have paid it. So
Yeah.
uh, how can they get? I mean, their company be into the danger zone?
Okay. It's a good question. It is a very good question. So these companies came into highlight when some incident happens, right? And if you trace back why the incident happens, and then you can come to know that there are a lot of sustainability issues. For example, Vedanta, like for example, Vedanta, when their Tuticorin plant has been shut down, in this case, they were using ATPs, they were having STPs, and they were having all of the regulatory compliances in place, right? But the local community anyhow is not very happy with them. Okay. Now I tell you, it was a politically motivated event, and where Vedanta was got caught. So when the investigation goes on there, then they have shown pollution control board have shown that they have sent lot of letters to Vedanta to control their pollution levels also. But still the satisfactory progression has not made. Then, when the court came into this place, they have taken the samples of the soil samples across the Vedanta, right? And then they find that there are traces of heavy element, which damages the crops. So, and because of these concrete issues, the company faces an action. So, in nutshell, if you can take that, if you look at the pollution control device in the industry, like ATPs or STPs, if they're not maintained well, and most of the companies they were even not maintained well also, then they lead to pollutions. If the pollution continues to go well, the groundwater table goes into the groundwater table, was impacted, the soil is impacted, and can easily be traceable through a soil study or soil samples. Was created. In BP, the process safety was compromised. In let's say Union Carbide, the company was not able to spend a huge to spend to to put scrubbers in the factory, and later on it goes to later on when the gas leaks, it leads to the killing of around more than 3,000 persons. So even if compliance is a one part, but if they were not managed well, if the internal process, internal controls, internal systems and organizations are not well, they're not kept well, in that case the company's existence comes into danger. And these are the classical examples. This is not the one, there are many examples. Okay, so I think I'm able to answer the question.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, team, sustainability, I think, well, very briefly described by the Anshu, that the development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. बेसिकली हम लोगों को जब भी हम लोग अपना बिजनेस ऑपरेट कर रहे हैं, जब हम एक रेस्पॉन्सिबल वे में बिजनेस ऑपरेट कर रहे हैं, तो हमें इस तरीके से अपना बिजनेस करना चाहिए, राइट? इस तरीके से करना चाहिए कि हमारी जो आने वाली फ्यूचर जनरेशन है, राइट, टू कॉम्प्रोमाइज द एबिलिटी ऑफ फ्यूचर जनरेशन, जो हमारी वाली फ्यूचर जनरेशन्स हैं, उनके पास भी स्वच्छ हवा हो सांस लेने के लिए, सही पानी हो पीने के लिए, और वो भी अपनी जिंदगी एक इको फ्रेंडली वे में, या फिर एक जो उनके जो बेसिक राइट्स हैं, एयर एंड वाटर, वो कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं करें उसके ऊपर. दैट इज हाउ द कंसेप्ट हैज बीन इवॉल्व्ड. You have to keep this planet preserved for the future generations, right? You have to keep this planet preserved for the future generations so that they have equal rights to enjoy. So if you look at the industrial context, it is a business approach that creates a long-term stakeholder value by managing risk, embracing opportunities through optimization of economic, environmental, and social bottom lines. Now, if you're manufacturing a product, okay, that, and any product which you manufacture that consumes natural resources of the earth, then how you are replacing those deleted resources or those resources, that is what matters the most. सो अगर आप देखिए सस्टेनेबिलिटी में, तो ये तीन कंसेप्ट होते हैं इसके लिए. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल environmental bottom line, then economic bottom line, and then social bottom line. These are the three concepts in the sustainability, and that revolves around, or you can say environmental social governance also. And basically the crux is you have to do your business in a responsible way. The organization should not entirely be profit driven, right? They are society driven, they work for a cause, they work for a value, and they should not do greenwashing. ग्रीन समझते हैं क्या 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 मतलब है इसका? ग्रीन वॉशिंग बेसिकली,
No,
या टेल मी.
no, we don't know.
ओके, सो ग्रीन वॉशिंग मीन्स व्हेन कंपनी कुछ करती है, तो मतलब कंपनी ने एनवायरमेंटल एफर्ट्स तो किए नहीं है, वो उनके जो एफर्ट्स है उसके अंदर, दे हैव नॉट डूइंग एनी सस्टेनेबल एफर्ट इन द ग्राउंड, but they project to the media that they are doing a lot of things like a greenwashing.
Sir, may I tell what is greenwashing also?
Yeah, tell me.
I think when the product is telling that we are doing this for environment, we are doing that for environment, but they are misleading the consumers of the labeling, showing that they are doing for the environment, but actually they are not doing
Not doing.
particularly the things. If I'm not wrong, that
You're right. You're
is
absolutely right.
greenwashing.
So when a company project, they are doing a lot of things, but not doing it on the ground. Then
Yes, yes, yes.
greenwashing comes into play. Okay.
Like Fair and Lovely cream.
Yeah, it is.
Like he likes Fair and Lovely cream, like Johnson and Johnson and all. They are
Yeah.
showing that they are doing a lot of things. They are recycling and all, labeling showing on the product details, but they are not doing anything. So I
जब
just
हम
learned
छोटे
that
थे ना,
somewhere
जब
greenwashing.
when we are younger, so जो भी लड़की जो है वो थोड़ी सी फेयर होती थी ना कलर में, तो हमें लगता था कि फेयर एंड लवली का ही चमत्कार है। बाद में पता चला ये तो सब जीरो था।
Yes.
Sir,
So
just to like interrupt, is does the greenwashing concept mean that yesterday in the solid waste session, the example was given like 1,000 kgs of plastic was given put into the market and 1,000 is taken back. So does that concept come into greenwashing?
uh, well, if you are, I'm not clear. Like if the 1,000 kgs are dumped into the market and then 1,000 kgs were taken back.
So they are whatever they have put in the
No,
market, they
no,
are taking the
Sanjay, already it is being explained misleading. So anything which a company is misleading about their initiatives will come into the greenwashing. So if someone is saying कि 1,000 kg plastic उन्होंने generate किया, 1,000 लिया, it's not a misleading. It may be
Mhm.
here and there. So when something comes under the misleading preview, then we can discuss on that. Then we can challenge it.
Okay.
Yeah, Amit.
Okay. So, team, if you look at the sustainability right now, it actually it's much beyond than EHS, right? And it covers entire value chain of a company. Okay. So, like typically, this is the company, right? And they were tire second supplier, which supplies the product to tire for suppliers, and it goes to company. Company process the raw materials, and then finally the product went to retailers, and then finally to consumers, customers, right? So, this is the entire value chain of evolution of the company, right? Now, again, in this entire value chain, the concepts comes in. The concept of sustainability comes in. So, at any point, the concept of sustainabilities are ingrained at each stages. For example, ये pro process run करेगा, right? जब ये process पूरा run करेगा, in that case, the company has to be financially sustainable. That tier one makes a profit, tier two company makes a profit, tier one company makes a profit, company makes a profit, and then retailer makes a profit, and finally the product goes to customers. So to run this entire cycle, you have to be a strong financing. So the sustainability in the financing, how you are managing your finances, what is the credit cycle, what is the amount of money which you're putting in, what is the profitability, what are your financial issues were that. So that is all the financial sustainability is all about. So how well you're doing financially, what's your cash flows, what is the free cash flows, that all the things that financial sustainability comes in, right? Now company interact with the CSR, NGOs, civil societies or communities, right? So what all particular communities the which are impacted by the operations of the company. Let's say if company does a lot of pollution in that case, or they does a lot, either the power plant does a lot of air, CO2 emissions, as well as a lot of particulate emissions. So the community nearby it is impacted, right? So they have to to minimize the impact. First of all, the power pollution control equipment has to be right, and second, once the company is generating profits, a part of that profit is to be go to the community for the society, for the well-being of the society, right? So if the company is due to you, for example, typical manufacturing facility which is there in the remote area, it is the responsibility to share a minimum 2% of the profits to the communities, to the government, to the governments, to the communities to do these activities. Like they can go for schools, they can do it. Then companies using materials, third number you can see, or water, energy, they are generating noise emissions or the waste. Now company has employees also, right? So they have to take care of the healthcare, they have to take care of the treatment of the employees, even the genders and the minorities, or what are the diversities which is in the company. So for example, today our diversity matters the most. Or in fact, today the diversity is something which is talks about, like the amount of female employees who are working in the company. Or a diversity means the amount of, let's say you have company, you have a representation of let's say 12 states, right? With some south, some north, and in way, and so that's why the diversity comes in. So it is all about sustainability, because more thought process, the more collaborative the team is. And then company have some certifications also. Now if you look at the now to do this one, the company has to have a vision, strategy, and governance in place, right? They have a procurement and criteria, they have code of conduct, they have values, compliance to the laws, adherence, each and everything. Now uh, now supply chain is also very important, because they have to now company want, if the company want to make the profit, they have to optimize the supply chains, right? Then the product which you are manufacturing, they have to assess this product from लाइफ साइकिल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू कि इसका डैमेज होने के बाद क्या होगा. और द फाइनली अगर आप देखोगे तो कंपनी का प्रोडक्ट जो सिविल सोसाइटी या स्टेक होल्डर्स पे जाएगा, हाउ दे आर फीलिंग ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट्स, right? So if you look at this one, this is how a typically company operates. And the principle of sustainability, like economic, social, or governance, all the three concepts are ingrained in every pillars, each and every pillars. Now to understand the sustainability of the topic, we must knew each and every pillars, how these pillars operate, and how what are the interconnection of those pillars. So if you look at it, it is a wide topic, right? And because this is a wide topic, a broad understanding is very much essential, as well as the area where the company is facing an issue, a granular understanding is also required. So it is a wide topic in nutshell, right? So this is what the importance of sustainability is. और पिछले जो भी डिजास्टर्स हुए थे कंपनी के अंदर, उनमें कहीं ना कहीं ये प्लस सारे वीक थे. जैसे वेदांता का एनवायरमेंट का पिलर वीक था, पॉलिटिकल अनरेस्ट बहुत था, वहाँ का सीसा का पिलर वीक था, एनोना फाइनेंशियल स्टेबिलिटी नहीं थी, डाउ जोन्स में आपका एनवायरमेंटल मैनेजमेंट बहुत खराब था बिकॉज ऑफ दैट द गैस लीक्स, कुक में आपका अगेन मटेरियल कंजम्पशन बहुत ज्यादा था. तो कहीं अगर आप देखो तो कहीं ना कहीं वो सारे जो टॉपिक्स थे वो कहीं ना कहीं सस्टेनेबिलिटी के बीच में जा जाते हैं. ओके, is it clear? Any questions in this case?
Sir,
Okay.
here in the value chain mapping, many of the our downstream value, their value chain, they are not able to understand the things because some of the how this requirement has not get cleared or some not has been communicated properly.
Hmm.
So in that, it getting a difficult for middle chain to get the data because the OEM is pressurizing to get the data
Hmm.
from down the stream.
Hmm.
So how to handle what is the exact requirement?
Good question. So I am coming to this topic. दो अगला जो टॉपिक है मेरा मेटेरियलिटी का, वो इसके ऊपर ही है. So I once I will touch that topic, I'll cover this one, right? So I'll cover your topic, right? So once I cover this one, I'll cover your topic. So materiality, अब कोई बताएगा मेरे को क्या मतलब, इसका क्या मतलब होता है? फॉर एग्जाम्पल आप बताइए कि मतलब व्हाट डू यू अंडरस्टैंड फ्रॉम दिस टॉपिक. अच्छा चलो, एक क्वेश्चन है इसके अंदर. एक बैंक है, राइट? एक बैंक के लिए क्या इंपॉर्टेंट है? या तो वो अपने वॉशरूम में वाटर फॉसेट लगा दे, जो कि मतलब एडिटर्स होते हैं जिससे कि पानी कम आता है, या फिर वो एक सस्टेनेबल जो प्रोजेक्ट है जो कि सस्टेनेबल है उसको फंड करे. तो फ्रॉम बैंक पर्सपेक्टिव विच इज मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट? installation of water faucets or aerators in washroom, or financing a sustainable development project from bank's point of view.
Financing a sustainable project
Financing a sustainable project development, right? Why so?
because it's related to finance
because
Yes.
it
bank.
has a scope of returns and profit.
Yeah, because the principle, the principle of bank is to lend the money, right? Now, when they're lending the money, right, it is very important for them that they should inculcate or they should evaluate those projects which are financially stable as well as which are sustainable. They should give priority to those projects which are financially sustainable, right? This is the core area. Installation of water faucets or aerator in washroom doesn't impact much, okay? Because they are not very linked to the core area. They are doing this one, that is a good thing, but that's not the core. So, materiality means identification of those issues which are most material to the organization. Correct? अब अब आप एनालाइज करो कि if your foundation is strong, then you can able to build a good building. और आपका फाउंडेशन ही वीक रहेगा तो आप कितना बिल्डिंग बना लो, एक ना एक दिन वो गिरेगा ही गिरेगा, राइट? So once if you have done your materiality assessment in a very well defined, very granular way, right? In that case, this will give benefit to your organization because you are addressing the issues which are most relevant to your organization. Correct? इफ एनरॉन्स का फाइनेंशियल सस्टेनेबिलिटी नहीं था, अगर वो इसको एनालाइज करते तो शायद वो कोलैप्स नहीं करते। और जब एनरॉन ने कोलैप्स किया था तो फिर एक सर्बिन्स ऑक्सले एक्ट आया था जो कि एनरॉन्स की लर्निंग्स के ऊपर आया था और जो कि जो भी बड़ी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन थे उस एक्ट को फॉलो करती हैं, राइट? So materiality crux means identify those issues which are most important to your organization. And an issue can be anything. The issue can be related to procurement, responsible procurement. The issue can be related to your labor wages. Maybe the employees are not getting salaries on time. Maybe the CSR projects are not up to the mark. Right. The issues can be on the supply chain. It can be any issues. Then issues which are most material to your organization. The issues can be legal. There are some legal permit which you have not taken. So these are all the issues which are not which are most material to your organization. ओके, नाउ कमिंग टू द बैक क्वेश्चन आपने पूछा था। अब देखिए इसमें कंपनी है, कंपनी टायर 1 टायर 2 पे जा रही है, टायर 1 पे जा रही है, रिटेल पे जा रही है, कस्टमर्स पे जा रही है, राइट? अब अगर डेटा कलेक्शन एक ऐसा प्रोसेस है जो कि मटेरियल है, राइट? डेटा कलेक्शन एक ऐसा प्रोसेस है जो कि मटेरियल है, जो कि इंपॉर्टेंट है, देन कंपनी टू डिवाइस अ मैकेनिज्म टू collect that data. If this is not material, right, then company can give this to a low priority, right? So first of all you have to categorize कि भाई जो डेटा कलेक्ट कर रहे हो वो कितना मटेरियल, अगर मटेरियल है then again there are ways to do that one. If the data collection is not material, that's fine, you can take it to the back priority or when you don't need this one. Okay, got it? So am I clear? आपको क्लैरिटी है जो मैं
Yes, perfect.
Okay. Thanks. Now materiality
Amit,
assessment.
you have a 5 minutes to close.
Okay. So material assessment करते कैसे हैं? Like though you can say that you have a benchmarking gap. So आपको पहले benchmarking करनी है, gap analysis करना है कि भाई आपकी कंपनी करंट आपके peers क्या कर रहे हैं, आपको कैसे उनको benchmark करेंगे, आपको prioritize करना है अपनी various stakeholders को, then design a stakeholder engagement plan. अब अगर आपको वो stakeholder जो कि आपको data नहीं देता है, अगर वो priority में आता है, then you have to devise a mechanism to collect the data. Like there are a lot of important tools जैसे एक सॉफ्टवेयर टूल आता है जो कि सप्लाई डेटा आपको कलेक्ट कर सकते हैं, तो यू हैव लॉट ऑफ आईटी टूल्स, एनेबल टूल्स, राइट? प्रिपेयर स्टॉक होल्डर एंगेजमेंट, कलेक्ट एंड एनालाइज इन्फॉर्मेशन, तो आइडेंटिफाई, कंसल्ट, कोलैबोरेट विद द एक्सपर्ट्स, ऑनगोइंग डायलॉग्स। एक बार आपने पूरा अपना मेजर टॉपिक आइडेंटिफाई भी कर लिए, फिर आपको फीडबैक भी लेना है कि वो आज के कंटेक्स्ट में मटेरियल है कि नहीं है, ऑनगोइंग डायलॉग्स। तो ये अगर आप मटेरियल असेसमेंट देखो अगर आप, तो ये पूरा प्रोसेस होता है उसका। फेज 1, डिजाइन द पर्पस एंड स्कोप, आइडेंटिफाई पोटेंशियल टॉपिक्स, categorize, gather information about the impact and importance of topics, then prioritize, engage management, and then seek stakeholder feedback. Feedback is very much important. अगर आप देखो तो एचयूएल हमने केस स्टडी करी थी, अगर आप, इट वाज वेरी मच क्लियरली विजिबल इन एचयूएल। एचयूएल हमने केस स्टडी किया तो उन्होंने उन्होंने ये पता किया कि एक ऐसा टॉपिक है जो कि काफी ज्यादा मटेरियल था उनके लिए, लाइक दे यूज्ड टू प्रोक्योर और दे यूज्ड टू टेक palm oil in their, they used to import a lot of palm oil for their products, right? Now palm oil एक जो भी इंडस्ट्री मलेशिया में जो भी है, जो इंडस्ट्री बनाती है, नॉट वेरी इको फ्रेंडली, lot of vegetation has to be cut it down. So they have identified this palm oil consumption as a material issue to this organization, and they have discussed this thoroughly with each and every stakeholder of the organization, bit by bit, pieces by pieces. They have discussed each and everything, and then after that, they have developed a mechanism that they will go for responsible procurement and sourcing of palm oil. Even they're committed to reduce palm oil consumption over a period of time for the organization. So they've identified this and they have mitigated the risk in the future. So that's where the importance of the material assessment comes in. So team, this is IFC introduction. So basically मैं आपको डिटेल में नहीं जाऊंगा, और मैं आपको एक चीज बता देता हूँ इसके अंदर जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि IFC ने जब पूरी वर्ल्ड में 100-150 कंपनीज को फॉलो किया, और जब उन्होंने ये देखा कि भाई कंपनी कम बंद क्यों होती हैं, तो उनको पता चला कि कोई भी कंपनी जो है ना वो ऑपरेशन इशू से बंद नहीं हुई है। जो कंपनी बंद हुई उसके अंदर लिटिगेशन इश्यूज थे, ये कम्युनिटी इश्यूज थे, राइट? So based on that, they have developed their own sustainability IFC performance standard. Now, अगर आप किसी बाहर की कंपनी से लोन लेते हैं, बैंक से लोन लेते हैं, तो आपको वो IFC गाइडेंस फॉलो करना पड़ेगा। But in middle there are 8 standards, तो आपको ये सारे 8 स्टैंडर्ड फॉलो करना पड़ेंगे कंपनी के ऊपर। So they are widely available in the internet. You can go, you can download those standards. They are very good, very best class of literature which has been written down. And this is how the companies is there. So if you're taking loan from any company, then there are periodic audits, and where these standards are being audited by the third party, and based on that your financing comes in. Okay, so I'll give you some industrial example now what industries are doing, right? तो जैसे कि एक मियावाकी फॉरेस्ट है, राइट? जो इंडस्ट्री आजकल मियावाकी फॉरेस्ट बनाती है, ये रिक्वायरमेंट आजकल उत्तर प्रदेश की पॉल्यूशन कंट्रोल बोर्ड इंडस्ट्री में डाल रहा है। और इसमें क्या है, यू कैन सी द 2 फोटोग्राफ्स, वन इज ऑफ मियावाकी फॉरेस्ट। ये एक डेंस प्लांटेशन होता है, ओके? सो एट लेसर स्पेस यू कैन अ लॉट ऑफ डेंस प्लांटेशन। इसमें क्या बहुत क्लोज स्पेस ट्रीज डालते हैं, इसमें ट्रीज का हाइट 10x ग्रोथ होता है, ट्रीज मतलब 10 गुना ज्यादा तेजी से बढ़ते हैं। इसके अंदर 100% 100x टाइम ज्यादा बायोडाइवर्सिटी रहती है, 30x टाइम्स मोर कार्बन कैप्चर रहता है फॉर अ सेम पीस ऑफ लैंड। Now it is mandatory for UP Pollution Control Board, even in Karnataka Pollution Control Board also, the industry which are near to the Bangalore where there is less space, they are putting this as a consent conditions to develop this forest. So this is one of the sustainable smart way of plantation which has been done. Second,
Sir, sir, I got one question here, sir.
Yeah.
We all know that Miyawaki is a Japanese technology as far as
Yes.
plantation is concerned. Is it
Correct.
feasible, sir, in India? Considering the canopy of the tree, is it
Yeah.
feasible to make it?
It is very much feasible, right? And in fact, at Bangalore also, you are seeing that a lot of Miyawaki forest which comes in the periphery of the cities. Basically, it is feasible. It is a workable solution where you have less land space, right?
Okay.
Where you have less land and you want to do a dense plantation, which is eco-friendly, which is more environmental benefit, there it is feasible.
It won't affect the canopy of the tree, sir?
Actually, here the trees goes vertically. That the growth of the trees is as such way that it is goes vertically. So there are trees, there are shrubs, they are long trees, right? They are food bearing plants. There are long trees. They are shrubs in this case, and they are local trees also. They're all trees, all sort of trees, right? Of different various varieties. There are trees which choose local flora and fauna, right? So few trees attract birds. So when the birds come in, pollination happens, and when the pollination happens, the nutrients comes in. So this is self-designed ecosystem. Or after a 1 year, you don't need to water those plants also. So
Okay.
this is feasible, and this has been widely used in the industry.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Second is energy efficiency. Now, you can go for renewable energies, but what is the probability that the main thing is that you have to utilize your existing energy and existing resources well first, right? So what the industries are doing? What are the various smart ways of conserving energy? Timers. अब आपको पता है कि आपके शॉप फ्लोर में जब लंच टाइम हो गया तो आधे घंटे लोग शॉप के लंच करने चले जाते हैं. You can use timers to reduce those
Amit,
things.
sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
My dear friends, time is over for the last session. Now, if all of you are agree, we can extend the time. Otherwise, I would request to Amit to close the session within next 5 minutes.
Okay, sir. I'll close the session within. So team, I'll just close this within next 5 minutes. So there are illumination sensor, there are motion sensor, there are VFD drives. एक स्टाइल लाइटनिंग भी होता है. अगर आप देखो तो सेकंड फोटो स्टाइल लाइटनिंग की है. So आप नेचुरल लाइट को यूज कर सकते हैं. And there's a roof ventilator also. So these are the roof ventilators. Now the companies which are in logistics, right? अगर आप देखो उसके अंदर जो कंपनी लॉजिस्टिक्स के अंदर है, which are doing packaging improvements, right? तो व्हाट दे आर डूइंग इज दैट पहले जब मेटेरियल ट्रांसपोर्ट होता था तो उसके अंदर वर्जिन वुड हुआ करता था. नाउ दे हैव चेंज वर्जिन वुड टू corrugated पैकिंग. दिस इज द corrugated पैकिंग और रिटर्नेबल पैकेजिंग. सो ये पैकिंग रिसाइकल वुड का रहता है और दिस इज इको फ्रेंडली एंड दिस कैन बी रिसाइकल्ड. ये पैकिंग आपका बार बार रीयूज हो सकता है. सो दिस इज अ वेरी क्लासिक एग्जांपल वेयर ऑल द लॉजिस्टिक कंपनीज आर फॉलो. तो जिसकी मेटेरियलिटी टीम है, लॉजिस्टिक कंपनी, लॉजिस्टिक ऑपरेशंस है, उसके लिए इम्प्लीमेंट करना बहुत वैल्यूबल है और बहुत सही है. और इंडस्ट्री आजकल उसको प्रिडोमिनेटली फॉलो कर रही है. एट वॉल्यूम यूटिलाइजेशन, आप ट्रक को चलाते हो, बहुत बार एक ट्रक में एक सामान रखा रहता है और ट्रक लेके चला जाता है. अगर आप टंकी वॉल्यूम यूटिलाइज करो, उसको अच्छे से उसको मॉडलिंग करो और अगर आप उसको 60 to 70% में अचीव कर पाते हो, 98% इज वेरी फुल. अगर 60 to 70% में एक्चुअलाइजेशन अचीव हो पाता है टिपिकली व्हेन यू आर ट्रांसपोर्टिंग मशीन्स, इज वेरी गुड. Steam industries are going with risers for biomass based steam boilers. So basically पहले डीजल यूज होता था, अभी इंडस्ट्री में राइसक्स जा रही है, जो कि राइसक्स एक बायोडिग्रेडेबल बायोमास होता है. अगर आप उसके अंदर डालेंगे तो एमिशन तो करेगा, बट वो कार्बन न्यूट्रल फील होता है, क्योंकि वो एनीहाउ अगर आप वो एनवायरमेंट में वैसे भी रखा रहे तो भी वो डिकम्पोज होगा. तो कंपनीज आर यूजिंग बायोमास विद स्टीम बॉयलर्स. And then the companies like Amazon's, they are using battery operated e-vehicles or the Reliance, which are in association with the Ashok Leyland, use develop the truck which works on hydrogen as a fuel. Then if you look at renewable energy, बहुत सी companies है, Vedanta है. Vedanta is a green manufacturing. They project themselves as a green manufacturing, and they have launched the subsidiaries, secondary renewables, to develop solar and wind based projects. And the electricity which has been developed from these projects are being used, has gone to Vedanta factories. Or the green buildings for आजकल IGBC the lead है. So there are a lot of industrial examples which industries are following. But again, identify your materiality, identify the issues which are most material to you, and then decide your plan. Right. So in this way, considering materiality assessment at the core, the companies are taking a lot of initiatives which is much needed at this moment of time. So that's it from my end. So goals already Anshu has covered. मैं उसको डिटेल में नहीं जाऊंगा, right? These goals are easily available, and there are a lot of targets with these goals. You can go to the website, understand each and every target and goals. So team, thank you very much. Any questions we can take? Hello.
Thank you, Amit, for a very wonderful presentation. If you have any question, please do ask now. And I have a one question or say request as well, as you are in the industry and some of our student wants to understand in a better way to have a visit or to have some training as a voluntarily or something. So is it possible you can support to them, or
So I'll discuss this with my management. If
right,
we do take after this, right? So if anybody
or
is
as a
interested,
plant round if some sometimes want to have a plant round, is it possible? So just check all those things so
yeah,
that
sure.
it would be helpful for.
Okay. So team, if you have any questions, you can ping me or you can have discussion. But otherwise, we can close this off.
So thanks Amit
Yeah.
for the session. Now all the members, we have closed this session. Tomorrow is your exam, and kindly attend the exam as well. We try to sum up with all the verticals which we could in the shortest time, right? And exam is mandatory to issue the certificate. So Kevna, please interact accordingly to all the members.